let's move on. There's more troubling question that stares at Pakistan. A powerful struggle is unfolding in Balochistan. The Baloch people are rising against Pakistan's oppression, demanding freedom after decades of suffering. It all began in 1947, when Jinnah, who once supported Balochistan's independence, betrayed them. Pakistan forcibly took over Balochistan in 1948, starting a dark chapter of persecution that goes on. Today, with the Baloch Liberation Army striking back through Operation Herof and activists declaring independence, India viewers has a golden opportunity to help Balochistan break free, just like it helped create Bangladesh in 1971. The Baloch are fighting for their identity and their future. Balochistan is rich in gas, coal, copper and gold. It's home to the Gwadar port. But while Pakistan and China profit from these resources, the Baloch people live in abject poverty and persecutions. Pakistan's response to their demands for rights results in brutal crackdowns, kidnappings, killings. India's Operation Sindoor, viewers, has shaken Pakistan's military. Seizing the moment, the BLA has launched attacks on Pakistani military installations. The Baloch activists have been waving the Balochi flag, showing the world they're done with Pakistan's rule. And remember what Prime Minister Modi said in 2016. He said that people of Balochistan love me. This was his Independence Day speech. And he actually broke decades of silence, thanking the people of Balochistan for their support. And that signaled a bold departure from India's, hands-off stance. What should India do? Let's open this up. SP Ved, former DGP J&K, Dr. Brahma Chalani, Mehran Murray, representative of Balochistan at the UNHRC and EU, Suhail and Tushar Gupta, stay on. Mehran Murray, let me begin by asking you, what do you expect from the government of India or the people of this country?
I think what the Baloch nation expects from India this time is very different from what the expectations were in the past. Because India has displayed, as we've seen in the last couple of weeks, a seriousness towards the liberation of Balochistan and the liberation movement of Balochistan. It's supporting it by words for now, but we want India to practically support our liberation movement. And I think the offer put forward by Baloch fighters and Baloch nation is very meaningful and very timely. It's us, India, to be partners in this war. It's a war against the rogue nation of Pakistan. We are fighting it. Let's be partners, and we'll dismantle it together. I think that's a very timely offer by the Baloch nation.
Dr. Brahma Chalani, what should India do, sir? What should Prime Minister Modi do?
Pakistan's weak spot is Balochistan. The largest province of Pakistan can slip away from the hands of the Pak military. Balochistan has become the new East Pakistan for the Pakistan military. The question is, how long will it take for the old story to repeat itself? Now, for that old story to repeat itself, for Balochistan to secede the way Bangladesh seceded from Pakistan, India has to intervene. Bangladesh didn't win independence on its own. India delivered that independence to Bangladesh. So India has to translate its rhetoric into action when it comes to Balochistan. Prime Minister Modi made a mention of Balochistan in his 2016 Independence Day address. So that signaled that there was going to be a shift in India's Balochistan policy. But for 9 years now, nearly 9 years since that reference to Balochistan in Prime Minister Modi's Independence Day speech, Modi hasn't uttered the word Balochistan again, nor are we seeing tangible effort on India's part to play the Balochistan card. Let me make one point. The way to contain Pakistan is to use all non-military tools. And Balochistan is a very useful tool to contain Pakistan, to dismember Pakistan. And that card India should be employing, should be assisting the Baloch Liberation Army and the other Baloch separatist groups. It should do whatever it can, because this is a cost-effective way, cost-effective in every sense. Non-military options will be more cost-effective than any military option against Pakistan.
You're right. We don't have to send our troops there. There are other options available, diplomatic, you know, and the global influence that one can exert to help the cause. I understand that. SP, where we have a defining choice to make. We can either stand on the sidelines or seize this moment.
Good evening to everyone in the panel and your viewers, my dear. See, I personally feel rogue army of the Pakistan and the ISI are actually the cause of all problems of people of Pakistan, and particularly people of Balochistan. And anything to weaken Pakistan army and ISI's hold will be a great service to the people of Balochistan and people of Pakistan. I think instead of direct intervention, there are many options. You have these Baloch fighters are giving tough time to Pakistan army. If you see the events from last few years, I think India can help indirectly in terms of giving resources to these fighters, giving moral support. What Pakistan tells about Kashmir, moral, political, and what kind of support to Kashmiri people, I think same words should be used to hurt Pakistan. Then, first of all, recognize whatever government in exile has been formed only a day or two back. I think, first of all, let India be the first country to say yes and give all...
recognize, give legitimacy, and then maybe we can think of giving a space for some embassy. Tushar, what do you make of, what we should do?
Look, to a greater extent, the fight of the Balochistan tribals is their fight alone. Let's sort of not contest the geography and the challenges of geography. But what India has done, the decimation and the decapitation of the Pakistani Air Force and the Pakistani military at large, that is an essential nudge, a catalyst that the Balochi tribes required, and it has been delivered to them. From here, I think India should openly engage with their delegations, with their representatives, even with an exiled government for all we know. But the engagement has to happen prior to the battle that has been fought on the ground. See, you can supply them with all the political capital, all the military hardware that you can, but at the end of the day, the fight has to be fought by themselves, not by the Indians. The Indians can at best diplomatically engage them, and they already are in a certain capacity. So I think we have to be very realistic about the expectations. But what India has delivered to the Pakistani Air Force, I think this is the catalyst the Balochi tribes were looking for, and the kind of activity we've seen from Balochistan in the last 1 week, I think that signifies that it's not going to rest anytime soon.
Right. You know, Suhail, you talk about communication often. That is key. Communication with people who are fighting for the cause, people who've declared that Balochistan is a free republic.
See, there's an old saying in Sun Tzu's Art of War, you always use a borrowed knife to kill your enemy. I think what our strategy with Kwa Balochistan is very simple. The last time we were demonstrable in our resolve against Pakistan, we split that country. The time to split that country again has arrived. Because today the people in Balochistan, the Balochis themselves want freedom from the tyranny and the pain that they suffer on a daily basis from Pakistan. So you have a willing and ready population. It needs only three things. It needs moral support, which India has provided. It needs monetary support. And it needs global conviction that, yes, these people want. Also, Pranesh, once this starts happening, the pain that these people cause by constantly referring to, Indian occupied Kashmir or, Kashmiris are unhappy, you see how it will pain them. That's the only way. You have to cause surgical intervention. You have to create surgical intervention in order to destroy Pakistan. And this will be their, to my mind, the deepest wound, as it were.
Let's start calling it Pak-Occupied Balochistan. To start with, viewers, the world is watching and the Baloch are counting on us. Let's make their Azadi real. Gentlemen, I thank all of you for joining us on Times Now. The news are on the other side.